As I look back in my past, I can honestly say that I'm glad I didn't have a relationship in my earlier years. YouTube, what it do? It's your guy Brent, back in the YouTube world, providing you all good, positive video. Hope you all having a good weekend out there. As you can see, my hair is buttoned up, which means the fat died in the second stage. I used to have locks and everything, but I can't wait for it to grow even longer. But if you're 18 or you're 19, or matter of fact, if you like between the ages of 15 and 19, early 20s and early 30s, watch this video. Because when you watch this video at the very end, not only you gonna feel OP, but you're gonna have the right woman in your life. So stick around with the video. I did some reflecting in my past, and most of the time people say that they never had a girlfriend in their 20s or in their 30s, or they in their 40s and never had a girlfriend. But you never hear a video talking about somebody looking back in their past and say, you know what, they're glad that they were single. Because everything is based on fundamentals. When you're playing basketball, when you're playing football, when you're playing baseball, or any other type of sports, you do gotta realize that everything is based on fundamentals, based on the basics. Same thing playing the video game. If you're playing that favorite Spider-Man game, the Spider-Man 2 that came out last year, you do realize they teach you how to swing, they teach you how to shoot out your rep, they teach you how to climb the wall, and they teach you how to run on walls. Everything is built on the basics. Same thing with relationships. One of the things that society wants to do, they want to push this relationship, but don't teach you how to maintain a healthy relationship. And it's kind of funny because while society wants to have men and women come together, but don't want to promote healthy relationships because they forgot the basics. And with these basics right here that I'm about to tell you, gentlemen, you're gonna realize that, you know what? I'm glad I'm single. Because I don't want to waste my time in my single life not being productive in life. So why not take heed to what I'm about to say? So, I'm explaining to you all about the reasons why I am so glad that I had not had no relationship in my early years. And mind you all, this is not no chronological order. These are the things that I did when the time I was single in my earlier years. The first reason why I'm glad that I didn't have a relationship in my earlier years was self-awareness. Back then, I was not taught about self-awareness. You know, I was told to be aware of my surroundings, but not taught how to have awareness of myself. And when you're having self-awareness, it's like a foundation. It's like building a house. Imagine if a house has been torn up. When you look at the bottom of the house, it's still there. You know why? Because the foundation is very strong. Without a strong foundation, you're basically, it's over for you. When it comes to having that self-awareness, this is where it all starts with you. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? One of the things of issues that you need to work on. Do you need to work on your communications? Do you need to work on your charisma? Like, what is it that you need to fix about yourself? And when you have this awareness about this, you would know how to navigate. Because think about it, you yourself is a map. And when you begin to know the things you need to work on, knowing your likes and your dislikes, and one of the things that you would tolerate and you don't tolerate, it will be easy for you to navigate. Your life would be so easy, man, you don't know what hit them. So you always gotta have self-awareness about your interests. Always start with you. Because we live in a world of people who are in relationships and don't even have a slight idea of what self-awareness is until they find out that it's too late. Second reason why I'm glad that I didn't have a relationship in my earlier years is self-love. Listen, it's more than telling yourself that you love yourself. You gotta put that self-love into actions. And the thing with that is, though, people who have been in a situation where they've been single and they trying their best to get out of single life or trying to get in a relationship with a woman they're interested in, but it's not working out, they remain in this mindset of thinking the fact that they are unworthy. And you gotta tell yourself, you gotta love yourself. Meaning the fact that if you wanna change, you gotta do it. This is where the self-concept plays in. Self-concept, in my opinion, is way better than self-love, because when you're having a self-concept, it means you can identify whoever you want. You can identify how you see yourself. You say, you know what, I am this awesome guy. I'm this awesome guy with the big muscles. Or you can say an affirmation, like I used to say back in the day. I said, any woman that's in a relationship with me will be the luckiest woman. So I was having that concept, saying the fact that I'm capable of being in committed relationships. So you gotta start loving yourself at all times. And also, you gotta realize there are 24 hours in a day. There are 365 days in a year. So treat yourself good. Go out in places that you love to do. If you're a gamer, shoot, go to an arcade. You know, if you like to cosplay like I do, you know, go to them cons. Like here, we recently just had Dragon Con last year, and I'll tell you, man, having been there in 5 years was one of the best years of me going there again. If you're a cosplayer like myself, go out there and interact with friends that do cosplay. And I guarantee you, when you start going out places and do what you love to do, you may find you a group of friends, or you may find you your future girlfriend, and you never know what's out there. You just gotta take yourself out there, put yourself out there, and see what's gonna work out. All right? My third reason why I am glad that I didn't have a relationship in my earlier years was discernment. Listen, there's nothing wrong with getting with a woman that you find physically attractive. Because attraction, when it comes to relationship, attraction plays a major key role. But the thing with that is, though, when we are attracted to women that we are like, we have to, in some odd reason, it's like the love chemical known as the oxytocin tend to override our logic and continue to build with our feelings. We tend to forget if we have things in common with this woman. Yes, she look beautiful, but do y'all two have things in common? How's her mental health state is? Is she walking around with a lot of baggages? And these are the things that we mess up at, especially in our early years of growing up into adults. Because, you know, we say, damn, that girl's so beautiful, but her mind's not right. So you gotta have good discernment. And this is where you gotta pick and choose your women wisely. You're gonna find women that are self-centered. You're gonna have women that believe that money makes the man. You're gonna have a lot of women out there who don't take accountability at all, period. So when you have good discernment and you start seeing these things in a woman, you can easily not deal with them. You can easily not take them serious and commit relationship and go on with your life and find your woman that does the right thing. The fourth reason why I'm glad that I didn't have a girlfriend in my earlier years was because of accountability. Listen, gentlemen, for my younger teenager going to be adults, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When it comes to accountability, there are women out there who refuse to take that. Think of it as Superman. Think of it, the kryptonite, as accountability. It's like their weakness. They don't want to be around the kryptonite because that's their weakness. In life, you're gonna come across a lot of women who do not take accountability, especially when it comes to being in a committed relationship with a guy that kind of messed things up. And although they did not mess up the relationship, they have to take accountability to the point where they agree to be in a relationship. And not only that, though, they gotta be held accountable for their traumas. They gotta be accountable for their healing as well. And for some, unfortunately, this is what makes women not be in healthy relationships because of their poor choices and everything. Come on now. Another reason why I'm so glad that I didn't have a relationship in my earlier years was self-improvement. Now, when we're watching anime, we hear about them characters that been through some hardships, but they end up redeeming themselves. Or when we see characters that were once villains, and they end up redeeming themselves. Like, for example, Vegeta for Dragon Ball. You know, when we first saw Vegeta, you know, he went to Earth, and he ended up, you know, trying to destroy Krillin, all the Z fighters and everything. But as the manga continues, you see him becoming one of the best characters of all times. And in my opinion, I think Vegeta, in my personal opinion, had the best character redemption arc, because that man went from being the evil Saiyan to a good Saiyan to now he has 2 children and a beautiful wife. So it's all about redeeming yourself though, gentlemen. You know, if you fell on your ass and everything, if you fall, get up and try again. Because it's not about how hard you fall. It's all about, can you get back up and try again? And so you want to redeem yourself, proving yourself that you can be worthy of being in a healthy relationship. And I promise you, gentlemen, you gotta trust me, when you redeem yourself, you gonna have that glow like I'm doing. You gonna have that smooth skin. You have that natural confidence that's flowing into you. You gonna be OP, all right? The 5th reason why I'm so glad that that didn't get in a relationship, I can say the matter is upgrading. That's all. It's more so about taking care of yourself. Like, what I mean by upgrade, I'm talking about your health overall. We live in a world where a lot of people don't take care of their health. And if you remember during the lockdown 4 years ago, a lot of people were saying that COVID hit them, which it did, but you had to realize that people were already sick before COVID came around. And that's the thing though, people don't take care of themselves from the external and the internal. So, you know, if you wanna, take yourself in the dating world, man, you gotta become OP. So, you wanna, take care of your skin. There's, I wish I had that skin product, which for men, tea tree, I believe so. And it does wonders for male skin though. And just for the record, there's nothing sassy about men having self-care, taking care of themselves, because we take care of your skin. And also, man, drinking some water, stay hydrated. Gotta realize, man, water is your best friend. Our body is made up of water. You want to keep your body moisturized at all times, man. Also go to the gym as well. You want to build your muscles up. You want to eat the natural diet. And I promise you, man, when you feeling healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, like, I'm telling y'all, man, like, you gonna feel like you can conquer the world. Like you Superman, this motherfucker. You know what I mean? The last reason why I'm so glad of not being in a committed relationship in my early years, knowledge. The Bible said that people perish due to lack of knowledge. And I told myself, I can't walk around here ignorant. You want to gain knowledge. You want to build your knowledge up so that way you can have good discernment. You can also make better judgment. You can make better decisions and everything. And I do recommend men doing all this, because see, the thing with that is though, as I was growing up, I was strongly heavily on Infinite Waters. And I remember in his video, he said that the greatest relationship you can have is within yourself. And he said it's true, because if you can't be in a committed relationship with other people, how can you do all that though if you don't have a good relationship with yourself? And then I came across men like Classical Boss. Shout out to that guy right there. And I remember he was, telling men that it's okay to be single, that, there are upsides of being men. You want to make sure that you remain healthy in all degrees. You want to make sure that you're staying focused, just have things in place. And also studying semen retention, where, you can be sexually disciplined to where you can use that energy and transmute for other things as well. And I also want to mention this as well. The last thing of why I'm so glad that I was not in a relationship in my early years. You gotta have hobbies. As like I said before, there's only 24 hours in a day. There's also realize that there's only 365 days in a year, and you want to spend the rest of your lives, you know, doing something, being productive, because, you know, you can't just sit here and just be all emotional because that girl that you love did not want you at all. As a matter of fact, though, look at this. See, I'm an artist myself, and this is made out of wood. Like, you can't beat this right here. The blue shiny gun. Yeah, if you are a Naruto fan, yeah, you can hit it up with this, man. Like, you can tell this shit looking good. All right, for my One Piece people, bam. You see, the reason why I show you all of this though is because, you know, you need to go out there and do something, man. Moping all the time is not going to solve everything, people. So whatever hobbies you have, man, and I'm telling you, man, and the good thing about being on your hobbies is that, you know, you may go out there, you may shoot, like, ever since I've been making art like this and started vending, man, I have hookup to other vending events that I can go. It's a very beautiful thing. It really is. But the point is, I'm telling you all, gentlemen, is these are the reasons why I am who I am today. You know, if you are in this situation, I don't want you all to feel bad about being single, because you can use this time to better yourself without any distractions. And my thing with that is the way how it is right now, the way how relationships are, the way how marriages are declining, and the way how people don't want to take accountability when it comes to relationships that did not work out. You all have the advantage. You all have the advantage no matter what, though. So that concludes my video. If you find this video very interesting, you know, hit that like button, hit that share, and subscribe to people. Subscribe to my channel, because it helps out my channel. It helps get the algorithm out there to anybody that watch this video. So I hope you all having a good day. I'm out. Peace.